Imagine saving for years, pouring your hopes and every yuan into a new home for your family. The glossy brochures promised warmth, community, and security, a future you could finally call your own. You sign the contract, start paying the mortgage, and wait for the day you'll receive your keys. But when that day comes, excitement turns to shock. Instead of a home, you find a concrete shell, rough walls, exposed wires, and missing fixtures. The dream is shattered. You're legally bound to pay for a space that can't shelter your family. This isn't rare. It's a crisis affecting millions across China. Women, often the heart of the home, feel the weight most. The promise of security replaced by stress and uncertainty. The money saved for your child's future or a small business now goes to making this shell livable. This is the hidden story behind China's property boom. Broken promises, unfinished homes, and families, especially women, left to pick up the pieces. It's a fight to build a home from a void, against a system that sold an incomplete dream. For many, the struggle is just beginning. How do so many careful buyers end up trapped? It's the pre-sale system. Homes are sold before they're built, based on glossy showrooms and promises. Buyers never see the real apartment, just a fantasy. Developers block site visits, citing safety, and contracts are dense, full of loopholes favoring the seller. Speaking out is risky. Developers threaten lawsuits, and local authorities want to protect the real estate market. This creates a culture of silence, isolating buyers. Women, often the main decision makers, spend months researching, trusting the system will protect them. When handed the keys to a concrete shell, it feels like a personal failure, though it's a systemic trap. Each new buyer risks falling into the same hidden reality. Step inside a bare shell apartment, and you're in a construction zone, not a home. Floors are rough concrete, walls unpainted, wires and pipes exposed. No kitchen, no bathroom, just the crude promise of plumbing. Every fixture, every door, every socket must be bought and installed by the buyer. Families, already paying a mortgage, now face the crushing cost of renovations. Many live in these shells for months or years, improvising daily life. Mothers cook on hot plates, wash dishes in buckets, and try to keep children safe in hazardous conditions. The financial strain is relentless, draining savings meant for education or healthcare. For women, who often earn less, the pressure is even greater. They stretch every yuan, trying to create normalcy from chaos. The hardship is constant, the dream of a home always just out of reach. The unfinished home crisis hits women hardest. In China, women are still seen as the primary caregivers and homemakers. When the promised home is a shell, the emotional and practical burden falls on them. The gender pay gap means women have less financial security to handle unexpected renovation costs. Careers are put on hold, or extra work is taken on, just to make the space livable. Mothers face daily anxiety over their children's safety in a hazardous environment. The endless unpaid labor, cleaning, improvising, supervising, goes unseen. The emotional toll is deep shame, guilt, and even depression. Many women blame themselves, though the system failed them. The dream of a home becomes a source of stress, not security. Some refuse to suffer in silence. Mortgage boycotts have erupted. Buyers publicly declare they'll stop payments until construction resumes. Women are often the organizers, gathering evidence, drafting letters, and supporting each other online. Their motivation is fierce. They're fighting for their families' futures. The risks are huge damaged credit, legal threats, even police intimidation. Yet the movement grows, shaking the property market and forcing government attention. Sometimes the state cracks down, sometimes it pressures developers to finish projects. The silence is broken. Collective action is making waves. For women leading the charge, it's about dignity, home, and hope. Their courage is changing the conversation. With public protest risky, buyers turn to secret online groups for support. Encrypted chats and closed forums become lifelines, safe spaces to share photos, tips, and strategies. Women build these networks, offering both practical advice and emotional support. Here, they're not alone. They find solidarity and strength. They share legal contacts, negotiation tactics, and templates for complaints. This crowdsourced knowledge empowers individuals against powerful developers. The secrecy highlights the injustice ordinary citizens must hide to demand what they paid for. These networks are a testament to resilience and a call for a system where secrecy isn't needed. The whispers in the dark are a demand for transparency and justice. Secret networks help, but real change needs public voices. Every viral video of a bare shell apartment, every open letter, chips away at the wall of silence. Visibility turns private pain into public pressure. Authorities and developers can't ignore it. Women are leading this charge, becoming citizen journalists and advocates. Speaking out is risky, but it sparks change and protects others. Public stories attract media, force investigations, and create leverage for buyers. More importantly, they inspire solidarity. One woman's courage empowers hundreds more. Breaking the silence is the first step to real reform. The fight for a safe home becomes a movement, not just a personal struggle. China's unfinished apartment crisis echoes global housing struggles. Women everywhere face unique challenges, from unfair lending to unaffordable rents. The core problem is a lack of transparency. Buyers are sold dreams, not realities. This isn't just China's issue. Hidden fees and legal traps exist worldwide. Transparency is the foundation of fair housing. Every buyer deserves clear information and real recourse. No one should have to risk everything or hide online to seek justice. The resilience of Chinese women sparks a global conversation. Are our housing systems truly fair? The fight for a safe home in China is part of a universal struggle for dignity and security. The journey from hopeful contract to concrete shell is a story of injustice, but also of strength. Women are not just victims, they're leaders demanding dignity and security. Real change means holding developers accountable and reforming presale practices. The fight can't stay in the shadows. Visibility and solidarity are key. Journalists, citizens, and advocates must amplify these stories. A safe, whole home is a universal right, the foundation for families and futures. The women of China remind us, the fight for a home is a fight for everyone. Their hope and their struggle belong to us all.